Howdy folks, how are y'all doing? My name is Reese, and if you've ever had a disappointing pizza, comment down below and let me know. But today, we're going to be focusing on Final Fantasy XVI, the adventure extravaganza across a world the name of which I can't really remember. And it doesn't say on the map screen, I don't think. I mean, it'll give you individual country names, but there is like a continent name that I don't remember. They say it every so often, I think I'm going to commit it to memory, but then I don't. And if we have a look at our map screen, we are now down a couple of very large crystals, but there's several more that we still need to go and destroy. We need to hop to that, but not at this exact moment. At this exact moment, we need to go visit the infirmary. So that's what we are going to do, and we can't get there from here. I remember that now. This just lets out to this little area here that we previously explored in a previous installment of this exact Let's Play adventure. I have been noticing something in the background here, though, I wanted to go look at. There's just a little owl. It's just chilling here. Is this real? Is this stuffed? Is this ours? Does it have a name? It's just hanging out. On this, and this is just made of what looks like a stack of branches. There's not even nails or glue or anything in that. That's just being held up by friction and gravity. Not sure if it makes any sense. And it kind of doesn't really fit with the rest of the decor, because over here we've got this nicely made wooden chest, and then that's next to just a saddle, I guess, from our chocobo. Why it's here, I couldn't tell you. And then there's a table made of 2 crates, presumably a slab of wood, and this is the Wall of Memories, except it's not. It's everything above the table. We have the Oath. We have the Martell apples. We have Ambrosia's tack. Oh, that is what that is, now we know. Very nice. But then what is this? Is this where we sleep? Look at this. This looks sad. Is this even a real bed? Does this have a mattress on it? I can't quite tell. It looks how rigid it is. That looks very uncomfortable. Some people like a stiff mattress, though. I'll give them that. Some people do like a stiff mattress. Who am I to question? All quiet in the Dominion, a flame none brighter, an apple a day, a bird by any other name. I don't know what any of these are. What are these things? Forgive my insistence on writing you these silly letters. Would that we had more time to speak to each other in person, but every day we spend together, it feels as though we must suffer another 2 apart. I am gladdened to hear of your most unexpected reunion with Ambrosia, or should I say Whiteheart. You told me once how your chocobo sacrificed herself to protect you that night at Phoenix Gate. I remember that. And here, so many years later, we find she has spent her life doing that exact same thing, defending others. Some things never change, do they, Clive? Jill. That was lovely. A lad from the yard ran up a basket of Martells just this morning, sweet as honey and crisp as the morning breeze they were. I told myself I was only going to have one, but I reckon if no one else listens to old Otto, I don't have to either. You let Nigel and his lot know they've done a fine job. Was a time you'd catch none but Sid supping on these, what for their foul bite. But for him, it never were about the flavor, but about what they represented, our ability to make it on our own. And look at us now. Sid would be proud. Otto. There you go. That's lovely. So this is just like, hey, this event you just did. My lord, I ask once again for you to forgive my men for your welcome back at the Lazarus, but certainly you can understand that we were the last person you were the last person any of us were expecting to see at our gates. In short time since our reunion, you have shown yourself to be the selfless man I followed into Stillwind those many years ago, a true bearer of your father's legacy. If only Sir Tyler, the Lord Commander, and all the others who were lost that night were still with us to see how bright your flame now burns. To you and your cause, I hereby pledge the swords of the Guardians, and I'm proud to stand alongside you once again. It's just everybody we've spoken to in the past writing us to let us know, hey, that was great. The Delmekis and the Imperials are at a standoff. They snarl at each other, fangs bared like slum curs. But neither wants to make the first move. It's almost as if they both realize what a stinking pile of chocobo shit they've stepped in. If I were a man to lay a wager, I put my copper on this conflict not playing out anytime soon. I shall keep you appraised, Gav. Nice! I'm glad we did that. I'm glad we read through those. There doesn't seem to be any sort of in-game benefit. It really is just like a real-life, now you know what everyone's up to sort of situation.
Is it true what I'm hearing, Sid? You cracked another crystal?
You gosh darn right I did. You gosh darn right that happened. Alright, I mean, we could rush right out of here and continue the adventure, but me, for my part, I kind of want to, like, poke around and look at the forge and all that.
What's that for you, dear?
See if there's anything new we can do. So, I mean, first off, we do have the ability to craft a new sword that's... I mean, hold on, how do I compare gear? Okay, that's a pretty decent improvement, going from the Levin Bolt to the Platinum Sword. But, what about reinforcements? Can I improve the Levin Bolt that I currently have? It kind of looks like no, based on the fact that we need the Platinum Sword to get a better sword than what we currently... Okay, you know what? That's fine. Should we go ahead and just... Or, you know what? How much money do we have? Because you can sometimes buy these things. Oh, but look what's required. A bit of Liquid Flame, a bit of Wyrite, a bit of Magic Dash. We'll go ahead and just make that. We're not going to need those things for anything else.
If I do say so myself.
Absolutely do go ahead and equip it. And then what about over here? See, I don't want to get rid of the Demon Tamer's Sash, because it improves not only our defense, but also our health. And even though this is a bigger defense buff, it's not by that much, and I don't think it's kind of worth swapping out. That would be, but I don't have any Electrum still. We don't know how to get Electrum. We'll figure it out at some point later down the line, I'm sure. And then in terms of upgrades here, not much we can do. I wonder if we're supposed to already have Electrum, or if that's just, like, coming. Okay, well now, we already have the Platinum Sword. Can we get up to a Platinum Sword +2? Absolutely we can.
Yeah.
Boom! Lovely. That's everything we need to do here with the blacksmith, I reckon. We should probably top off our potions if we're not already topped off. Hey!
You need out, just ask Nan. She's got a load of new stock in.
That's what I want to hear, Goats. That's exactly what I want to hear. We need to stock up on potions.
Just stand there gawping.
Because I know we used a ton of them last time. So yeah, we could have just purchased a Platinum Sword. But one question I have, I see that that's just a regular Platinum Sword. Didn't we just craft a Platinum Sword +1 and then upgrade it to a +2? So if we buy it, it's not already a +1. So I guess that means we'd have to upgrade it to a +1 and then upgrade it to a +2. Or maybe I'm wrong on that. I'm not entirely sure. What else have we got that we can purchase? So nothing along in here that really tickles my fancy. Automatically charges magic spell. Yeah, all this we've seen before. Couple of scrolls. And then this is where we actually need to be right now.
You'd better all be here.
Popping
You'll not
up
find a
all of
better
our
price than
potions. Except for the
better all be
elixir. What
here.
is this? The Lionheart Tonic. Gradually fills limit break gauge for 30 seconds. I think we've seen it before. The elixir is absurdly expensive. I can't imagine wasting money on
Finished,
that.
are ya?
Yeah, I'm finished for right now, thank you. Oof, I kind of want to poke around and do the 2 side quests we've got around here as well. Because normally you get some really interesting interactions with characters, learn a bit more about the world, kind of improve things around the colony, or whatever we're going to call this place. The hideaway, if you will. I've been playing a lot of Xenoblade over the last 3 years, so... everything's a colony, you know what I mean? But whatever we want to call this place, we'll poke down here and just kind of see what they're up to. So when I first noticed where this one was, I was thinking it was going to be more Apple-related content, but it appears that no, this is actually Nigel, the head botanist, and apparently jumping is the wrong thing to do
Sid,
here.
I know that when we came to the hideaway, we chose to let go of our past in order that we might focus on our future.
We did?
Nonetheless, I was wondering if... Well, I know you are from Rosaria, and I'm in need of someone with intimate knowledge of those lands.
That would be
Apparently,
us.
The duchy is home to all manner of curative herbs found nowhere else in the realm. Among them is a flower called a morganbeard that increases the potency of lesser medicines.
I can't say that I've had much practice healing. My youth was spent in the Bailey.
A shame. You see, the hideaway relies heavily upon medicines procured from afar. And when those shipments are late, well, it's our sick who suffer. If we could find this flower and learn to grow it here, we might save many lives. However, as you are well aware, imperial occupation has rendered the roads unsafe for those like me, untrained in the military arts. Now, I'm not asking the busiest man in the hideaway to drop everything and make the journey for me, but if you happen to be in the duchy on other business...
Tell me of these morganbeards, then.
But of course, if my old tomes are to be believed, the flowers are bright yellow and as large as goblins' eyes. Oh, and they grow in the marshes of Sorrowise. If I am to propagate them here in the backyard, I will require several samples, preferably of blooms which have already gone to seed. And before I forget, I do seem to recall learning in the course of my research that their odor has the tendency to attract unsavory creatures.
No shock.
Nothing you cannot handle, though, I'm sure.
Yeah, we will absolutely accept and even prioritize this quest. We're going to go see what the other one that we have around here is, though, and we'll probably knock them out in sort of a 1-2 punch situation. What is this? Experimental I don't actually care. I'm assuming everything, because there was something else back there, too. I'm assuming everything we could read back here is probably in some way related to his research. And while it's cool that it's in the game and it's available to folks to read, if they are so inclined, I think we're going to go ahead and give it a pass. Now we're going to go check out and see what this one is, and we'll knock him out 2 birds, 1 stone style. And, or, I don't know, like 2 frogs, 1 hog style? I don't think hogs eat frogs. Well, actually, hogs, like a wild hog, will eat anything. And they'll kill people, too. They do it all the time. They're the nuisance of the 2 cents. That's my 2 cents, is that they're a nuisance. Hi there, you. Please save me.
Oh, bother. Whatever am I to do now, Clive?
About what?
I've 2 dresses that need stitching, but I haven't got a scrap of linen. Those girls' rags are so threadbare. It's a wonder they don't fall to pieces. And we most certainly cannot have that. A certain amount of decorum must be maintained, even here at the hideaway. You wouldn't want the poor things going without decent clothes now, would you?
You don't have to guilt me. I'm gonna do a side quest.
Of course not. What can I do to help?
Oh, aren't you a dear? You see, I've paid for 2 bolts of cloth from the drapers in Northreach, blue and red. But they don't deliver, not to places that aren't on the map anyway, so I'll need someone to take this receipt and collect them.
And you'd have this someone be me.
I would. And don't let them fob you off with anything less than what I paid for. 1 bolt of blue and 1 of red. I expect them both.
Oh no. When we arrive, is this going to be a situation where I have to remember blue and red? Are they going to be like, here's your tangerine and green? And I'm going to be like,
They said they'd give us 2
that sounds
clues.
about right. Oh, they're having a little conversation about it. How sweet. Okay, let's go ahead and check in everything else that there is to check in on. So we'll see if there are any other quests for us around in the broader world. There are not. So that's good. We've stayed on top of that. Is there any new free stuff for us? I'd imagine there'd be more of this when we're done here.
So soon.
Let's see what the
Everything
whispers
we've
are.
received and everything
Ooh.
promised.
Okay, so this is new. It used to be I would step into a tavern only to find myself overwhelmed with requests to sing of Dion the Bold or the Chorale of the Serving Girl, the Chorale. I don't know what that word is. But now, all anyone wants to hear is of Sid the Outlaw. You have made me a very rich man, my friend. So I'm getting a rose orchestration roll. That's neat, and an empty shard. But what about Electrum? Does anyone have that? Maybe we'll get Electrum from one of these? No, we're just getting a direwolf Jess. That looks like a piece of jewelry, but I'd like it to actually be a direwolf. That would be fun and quirky. But I don't think we're going to get
Best
that
of luck out there, Sid.
anytime soon. Like that seems unlikely. Hey, Otto, how are you? Hey, Koopa, what's up? Indeed. What is there new out there to hunt? Ooh, there are actually a couple of new creatures. So we've got the Sekrat. While minotaurs have long dwelled in the mountainous regions of Rosaria, it is only recently that they have come from the highlands to hunt the swamps surrounding Martha's Rest. Among their number is one whose sheer size suggested to be a chieftain, who appears to be spearheading the push south. He must be stopped lest the beastmen develop designs on the rest proper. Ooh, so imagine that being overrun, Martha's Rest being overrun by mountainous large minotaurs. So that's around the swamps around Martha's Rest, so we can figure that. I don't really need to try to jot that down to recall it. I just remember Martha's Rest. It'll be fun. Well, this looks horrible. This looks like a Bionicle almost. A particularly belligerent breed of Echo. So like when you go in a cave, you go, hello! And it comes back, hello! It's like, it's real belligerent. It's a real belligerent Echo. Has recently awakened amid the fallen ruins near Martha's Rest. Also near Martha's Rest. I think it's fallen ruins, though. Are there fallen ruins near Martha's Rest? It is known to activate on the approach of any human, armed or unarmed, and sets about them with a burning jet that has already reduced much of the surrounding marshland to ash. This is one echo that the Cursebreakers would fain see forever silenced. Righto. And what is its ranking? That one's a B, that one's a B. I've done a couple of Bs before. I've done 2 Cs, 2 Bs. I'm ready for another one. So that one's near Martha's Rest in the swamps, right? And then also this one is near Martha's Rest in the swamps. So if we wanted to, while we're out and about, drop in and do that, we could. I'm not fully sold on the idea yet, but we'll definitely... We'll give it a think through, right? We do need to go over here, though, to Martha's Rest. We also do need to go over here. Let's knock this one out first, because it's further away. So that's, like, weird justification for it, but it's what we're sticking with. Also, let me actually do it this time, instead of hitting the back button. Again, I play a lot of Xenoblade on Switch. And if I can get my other controller, my head's gonna, like, partially vanish for a minute there, I think. It's different. I tried to make it the same, and then I realized that was going to make the game super confusing. Because you can go in... The Switch is cool. You can remap everything on the Switch.
Has Hortense's cloth.
And it's really cool. But then sometimes the buttons you're pushing don't correspond with what's on the screen. And like, the locations don't correspond. And if you're like me, and maybe you aren't always actively thinking about what button is which, and instead you're just, like, muscle memory or... just going off of what's flashing on the screen, it can make gameplay a bit of a nightmare, so...
Might I interest you in some swansdown? Perhaps some seersucker? Or herringbone?
Just some linen. 2 bolts. Already paid for in full.
Blue and red, right? We'll see. We'll see. Please don't make me remember. Or was it green and marigold or something like that?
Apologies, my lord. But your items aren't here.
Where are they?
They were due to arrive on a caravan from Bocklad, but there's been little traffic on the road these past few days. My mother thinks it might be bandits, but she always thinks it's bandits.
It usually is. So I assume the caravan will be coming from the south.
Yes, hopefully carrying all manner of spice and sundries. Wait, you aren't thinking of...
Going to find it. That's exactly what I'm thinking.
Oh. Well then, be safe?
Yes, thank you. Thank you for your excellent advice. I will keep that in mind. That's what I will do. I will be safe. How far away is this? That is quite the journey. Let me go ahead and get on my Chocobro. Or Chocobo if you're so inclined. Do you folks remember Assassin's Creed Origin? I'm assuming, like, no one's forgotten. It was a great game that existed. And oddly, Odyssey, which was a bigger game, came out 1 year later. And then 2 years later, we got the worst Assassin's Creed. Not really. I don't know. It doesn't matter. What I was going to say, though, is for whatever reason, there was a crossover with Origins and Final Fantasy where you could go and you could do a thing and you would get a chocobo. Now, in the game, you would already have, I think it was a camel or a horse by default or something like that. But if you wanted it, you could skin it as a chocobo, and I did. You better believe I did. I called it Chocobro, and that's how I played 99% of that game, and it's a very fond memory of mine.
Bird's a menace.
She meant nothing by it, I swear.
Get me off of this thing. How do I get down? There we go. Hi, guys. What's the situation?
Who's gonna buy my wares now? State your animals left them in.
But they hardly damaged us all.
Is there something wrong?
If you're a bandit come to steal my stuff, you're gonna be sorely disappointed. And all thanks to this fool.
Why would that be your
Well,
assumption?
It was you who stepped into my path.
Only after that featherbrain trampled me. I demand recompense, be it in coin or the items you carry. Refuse, and I shall report you to the garrison and see you hanged.
He's one of these types.
These goods are expected in Northreach. I mean, they're not mine to give away.
You wouldn't happen to be on your way from Bocklad, would you?
I am, but did someone from the market send you? Please, you have to help me. I can pay whatever you ask.
You can pay me, but you can't pay
Fool has
him.
protection. And coin, too. Sorry, friend, but we'll be the ones taking it.
We?
Killer! It's time to collect.
What is this man's...
I told you not to call me that. And we'd have already collected if you hadn't insisted we'd put on this little act.
Okay, so they're just bandits, but with more steps.
As I told one of your customers, it usually is. Let's get this over with.
I like that this guy can acknowledge how ridiculous this scheme is. He's like, we could have just taken the stuff and left by now if we didn't have to go through all these shenanigans. Oh yeah, every single time I forget about the precision dodge. Okay, here we go. We're doing pretty alright so far, I gotta say, but that's what happened last time we did this as well. It was my first time back in a week. Well, except, no, I had played a little bit. I'd fought a couple of monsters in between. But I was like, well, oh yeah, we're back, and I'm doing really well. And then immediately after saying it out loud, it all went to Shrek. I immediately started Shrekking it up, you know what I mean? Stay over there, stay in the circle. I'm guessing I can't leave the big red circle. I just have to make sure he stays inside of there and continues to take continual damage. There we go. And then I can just pull him down. He'll be stuck there even longer. And now I can pretty safely come up here and start bashing him. Just do this. There we go. Lovely. And then maybe we should go ahead and like capitalize on some of these. I think if we use all of these, we might be able to go ahead and kill him before this is even up. How good would that be? Oh, he's almost dead. Finish him off! Finish him off! Without taking a lick of damage as well, right? That's what we're going for. No damage taken! That's the highlight of the video right there. It's not gonna get any better. That was great. We got some. Oh, good. Black blood. I've been wondering about that. No Electrum though. Can't have Electrum. Then our gear would be too good. Can't have good gear.
All right. You made your point. Killer my ass.
Did he hurt you?
No, thankfully. He seemed intent on letting the bandit do his dirty work for him, and he would have succeeded had the great lender not sent you. My shipment is safe, and my livelihood with it. You must allow me to reward you.
We can speak of that once you're safe in Northreach. I'll accompany you there.
Will we, or will it fade to black and we'll just be in Northreach? We've never done like a proper escort mission, I don't think. And from the sounds of things, we're not doing it now either. It's a black screen with like, oh, now all the sound effects are gone, so who knows what's happening.
So, you and my mother were right. It is always bandits.
And were it not for the kindness of our free sword here, you'd be buying your order back from them at twice the price. Now, if you don't mind, I have a pressing appointment at the Vale before my return to Bocklad. Farewell.
See you later, buddy. Take care.
Oh, I almost forgot. I suppose you'll be wanting your linen. You'll be happy to know both bolts arrived safely along with the rest of the delivery.
And those are gold and
also
blue,
added
right?
a few extra lengths of our finest fabrics to the bundle. Free of charge.
What color are they, though?
Are you sure?
My mother would insist. It's the least we can do for the man who saved our shipment.
We're not going to verify.
That's that.
All right.
Then. Now it's back to Hortense with her cloth.
No, I don't think so. No, I feel like that went too well, and it's all going to come back and bite us in the end here in some way. We're going to get back there, and it's going to be the wrong cloth because we didn't inspect it properly or something along those lines. But Martha's Rest now for the next step. We're got to go poke around a little bit and see if we can find these monsters. But we'll deal with the actual quest that we're on first, and that would be the root of the problem, Search Northeast Rosaria for Morgan Bear. Now, I guess, you know what, now that I think about it, that's going to take us down to where the swamps are anyway. So while we're in the area, we might as well go ahead and just...
Those are still here.
I'm not actually sure where one might go about... I mean, like, define the swamp. All of this is pretty swampy. So I would expect to find, like, a Minotaur kind of anywhere around here. And then I don't know about the other one. It said Fallen Ruins, but what Fallen Ruins are near... Okay, alright. I mean, down here, I suppose, right? Isn't that what this is? Or am I thinking of... I'm thinking of something different. No, these are the docks. There's no Fallen Ruins there. Well, then where are the Fallen Ruins? There's an abbey... Broken Hill, East Pool. I'm not sure what it would be referencing at all.
Have to look after each other.
For the robot creature, the bionicle we have to go hunt. It doesn't matter. We'll find it. A bit of patience. It said near Martha's Rest, so I'm assuming it's not going to be in a completely different region. It's going to be in the same general area. And if we don't find it, that's fine. We can just look it up. Hey, bud.
All right, Sid.
Good, good. Have you seen, like, a large Minotaur or a robot around here anywhere?
Oh, yeah.
How about here? There we go. Just had to take a couple of extra steps. What is that jutting out of the ground over there? Would it consider that to be ruins, whatever that is? Or is that just a rock? Because it could be either, I'm not sure. This could also be ruins here. This kind of looks like ruins, yeah? Absolutely. I mean, all I see here is a bluebird. Those are generally pretty chill unless you attack them. And then what about a big Minotaur? Again, it could be anywhere around here. I think there's regular-sized Minotaurs out here, or at least we fought them out here before. So surely those don't count, one would assume. You know what? Let's focus on the quest first, and then we'll go wander around endlessly looking for these beasts that may or may not exist at a later date. Or not a later date, but at a later time. And when I say later time, I mean like 4 or 5 minutes from now. That's probably it right there. Those definitely look like big ruins. This is where we're going to find the beasts.
Near the abbey is certainly damp. Let's see if they're damp enough for Morgan beards.
Yeah, and look, there's goblins here. That's weird. Why are there goblins here? Let's go ahead and hop down and deal with the goblins. These are the foul creatures that I guess are attracted by the Morgan beards or whatever? They're kind of pathetic. He's not even trying to attack me. He's dead now. He's running away? Excuse me? Do they not care? Alright, we'll just kind of head on in then. Hey, goblin men! How are ya? Are you just gonna, like, disregard our presence? No, they're definitely not.
Not this goblin. He certainly wasn't wrong about them being attracted to the flowers, though.
Yeah, but what are they actually gonna do about that? What can they actually do about that? Absolutely nothing now. But the big guy cannot get sucked up into the tornado, regrettably. But he can be damaged by it. Hold on. Get little fella here. Come here, you. There you go. Into the twister. Big guy, why don't you hang out inside the twister? What are you doing right now with your time? Think about how you're choosing to invest this like little life that you have.
To me, Flake!
Is this AoE? It looks like it's definitely AoE. Yeah, it took care of what was left of the little guys. I wonder if stealth is even a possibility. This game is not the kind of game that's going to give you multiple options in that regard. This game is you either fight the enemy head on, or you just don't fight the enemy and you go do a side quest instead. There's no stealth option, which is unfortunate. That's what I always liked about Assassin's Creed. Even the games where the assassin part of it was kind of a little bit underbaked, like Origins, like Odyssey, like Valhalla. Stealth was still an option. You could always do stealth. And it was usually pretty decent once you like leveled up a bit and you got some extra abilities. Like my favorite thing to do in Odyssey was I eventually got that one ability that lets you throw the spear and then you can like really get it cooked up to where you can do that like 5 times. You just go into a room, walk up behind someone, throw the spear at them, and then chain it to everyone else in the room. Completely clear it out. It was always super satisfying. Just give me the option. That's all I'm asking for here. I don't need this to be an Assassin's Creed game. I'm just saying, you know, hey, listen, you know, while you're working on the next one here, Square, just an idea. Maybe let me crawl around in the grass real quiet like and stab someone from behind. It's not required, but it would be nice to just have that little extra bit of options when gameplay. When playing even. Also, big guy? I really thought that that was just going to miss him entirely. Did not need to do that. That gained us nothing. Can we just, like, pick up the flowers? How many do we need to collect? All of them?
Bright yellow. These are our Morgan beards, all right.
Absolutely.
Well, there's something familiar about this scent. It reminds me of home.
That's precious, sir. That's wonderful. Very happy for you.
Hopefully this will be enough. I've had my fill of goblins.
As have I, and yet, I wonder if there's any other horrible beasts poking around over here near the Sorrow-wise. So I guess we can kind of poke around. Now, basically, the option we have is to just leave. We don't have to be here anymore. And if we've kind of had our fill of side quests, we could do that. But I am going to poke around a bit and see if I can find these two alleged beasts. And I'll go ahead and deal with these goblins. Just because we're in the area, and it would be a shame not to. It's basically free XP. What is this? Oh, this is it! Oh, I found it. Okay, it's like right here. Where are the bespoke ruins? The aforementioned ruins. There's more ruins like over there.
Doing out of the ruins.
He even just said, why is it in the ruins? It is definitively not, by any definition, inside of any ruins. Also, it is about to, like, destroy me with a lightsaber. Oh my gosh. Alright, we'll just let that kind of happen in the background there. What level is this thing? This is a level 31. This is 2 levels higher than me. Well, I don't know if that matters. Like, it's a little bit higher. So, like, what? It deals a bit more damage, takes a bit less damage. At the end of the day, the tornado is doing, you know, our work right now. Holy snap, crackle and pop. That did a lot of damage, actually. Alright, hold on. Let's do this. Let's just see if we can, like, whack it. Ooh. How does it feel about lightning? Do you think it does more damage to it if we use lightning? Because it is like a mechanical beast? To whatever end this gets us. Okay, that is unfortunate. Oh! Yeah, lightsaber doesn't help you much if you're staggered, does it? I'm kind of foregoing that whole thing that I was doing before, where I would save all of my abilities for after the staggering. Good gosh. 22,000 damage, not too bad. Because I'd rather just, like, do as much damage as I can during the stagger, and I don't think one is, like, a right move and one's the wrong move. I think they're just both good moves at different times. Oh! We need to look at some of our other abilities, not just because we probably have some that we can upgrade, but because, oh, also, we haven't gotten water powers. I thought that's for sure, or, like, ice powers, even. I thought that was for sure what was happening when she sort of lended us her strength when we destroyed that crystal, but no, that's not what happened, which is unfortunate, because I would have loved to have an additional, like, array of abilities, but we need to look at some of our other abilities, because the ones we have now we've kind of stuck with, even though there are some extra ones that we could switch out to that might, like, really suit our current playstyle. I don't know, I haven't tried. Okay, let's see if we can finish this guy off now. I would love to have the Flames of Rebirth or whatever it is up and going right now.
For me, boy.
Looks like it's just about ready. Okay, just do that over there and we'll, like, avoid whatever it's doing right now. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. Just keep moving towards the twister, so hopefully it stays kind of within its area of effectiveness. Darn you. Oh, hold on. Can we just, like, shoot it with fireballs? From a safe distance? What about lightning bolts? No, that's good. We got it in the end. So that's our notorious Mark slain. And I think we just leveled up, maybe? Oh, we're very close. Yes! Level 30. Hot diggity. And we got some Electrum! Oh, man! Okay, well, now we know where to get Electrum from. This guy.
To ruin it returns.
Except he's dead, so I don't think we're going to get any more Electrum from him, actually. So, yeah, we're going to just disregard that then. We're going to head on over to our abilities screen, which is what I said we were going to do before. And we've got some options. We're halfway to being able to master Aerial Blast, but we're not doing that right now. We could upgrade almost Flames of Rebirth, but let's look at some of the other abilities that we have that we've just not, like, touched before. So we do have the Judgment Bolt. Summon from the heavens a mighty Levin Bolt that deals massive damage to a single target. Ooh, we don't quite have enough for that, but that does sound really cool. This is Lightning Rod. Create a small lightning... a ball of lightning that, upon being struck, chains lightning to other nearby enemies. That just does not appeal to me whatsoever. What is this? Flames of Rebirth we've already got. Heat Wave. Summon a projectile dispelling wave of liquid flame. Have we used that one before? What do we currently have equipped right now? What do we have over here? We have Pile Drive, Thunderstorm, Aerial Blast, Gouge, Scarlet Cyclone, Flames of Rebirth. Okay, so that's all the... What are these things? Ignition? Well, attack while charging, inflicting multiple hits and forcing the enemy back can be used in midair. As well as Will o' the Wisps, summon a storm of fireballs that circles about Clive, damaging nearby targets while also absorbing damage. But do we like that more? Because that's the issue. Like, that sounds cool. But is it better than the two abilities we already have? And that's kind of where I come from with a lot of these, is like, I kind of already like... I like Pile Drive. I like Thunderstorm. Thunderstorm's cool. I'd replace Thunderstorm with this, because that sounds crazy. But, yeah, I don't know. I do not know. And then, which one of these is just... Okay, Deadly Embrace. The top one is the one that's just always equipped. So Blind Justice. We could upgrade that if we wanted to, but we're not going to. I think the decision that's been made here, for better or worse, is that we're just not going to upgrade any of those things. And we don't really need to leave yet, because I think that the other bad guy we're going to find is on the other side, over here, probably near the Whispering Waters or the Three Reeds. This is probably where we're going to end up finding that other guy. So we're going to travel to this obelisk opposite of where we're currently standing. And then we're going to run forward a little bit to make sure that when I do this, we can absolutely summon our Chocobro. And then now we're going to begin the journey of trying to find a large... I keep wanting to say goblin, but it's not goblin. It's a big minotaur. Hello? Oh, that's a big club. I'm going to guess that that's the guy we're looking for. It could be. It could also just be some other guy. No, this is our guy. This is our man. Secret. Rank B, a bunch of gibberish. 8,220 influence on the world, or whatever it's called. This is a big fella. Oh! And he moves fast too, shockingly. Gonna do one of these numbers. There we go. And then jump out of the way, sir. Jump out of the way. Get out of the way. Don't let him hit you. This is just gonna, like, very... Oh, he quick on his feet. He's surprisingly quick on his feet. Get a couple of hits in. Jump out of there before he manages to hit us. Oh!
Too slow.
Oh! And now we can do one of these.
Give me,
Yeah, and then how does he feel about this, though? He doesn't like it, but he doesn't hate it either. Poor little tyke. Oh, he wasn't expecting a parry. And I'll be honest, neither was I. I was not expecting that to be the outcome of what we just did.
help me, boy.
We're doing pretty great so far, I gotta say. But also, we've only dealt like 1/5 of the damage to this man. Or Minotaur, even. Oh, he's a big one. He's got so much damage.
Too slow.
We're not going to go for another attack. We're going to kind of use these as a good opportunity to steer clear of him. I wasn't sure if he was going to do anything after that. It kind of looked like he might go ahead and swing that thing again. Oh! Okay, so this is just, again, passive damage. This is why we do this. We're going to probably end up using all of our potions fighting this guy, and that's okay. So long as we defeat him. In the end, that's all that matters. We can go stock up on new potions. Oh, I did not expect a double charge. I can't explain to you why I just did the thing that I did. I, for some reason, thought that I was only going to take that hit, and that would be it. He would be down. That was clearly not what happened, so I kind of wasted the attack. That's okay. Now we're going to do this. Oh, dang it! Dodge out of the way! I'm hitting all the buttons. The last potion. We're literally all out now.
Nice try.
I just have to play better. That's all there is to it. There's no coming back out of this. Yeah, see how I did not jump back into it immediately that time? Talk about a lesson learned. Okay, can we... Oh, darn it. Really was trying to get him before he actually started this attack. Okay, we're gonna actually finish the attack this time. Then we're gonna do this. And then we're gonna do this. Hold on, no, we'll wait. We'll wait. Okay, he's getting back up. Do that. Just deal damage to him. And then go away, go away, go away, go away. He's gonna charge. We know that he's gonna charge. Oh! Is he gonna start triple charging now? Is that what's gonna happen? That looks like a double charge. Come on, big guy. Be dead. Just die. Please just die. I'm asking you very nicely. I'm all out of potions, thank you. Okay. Alright. Minotaur mane. A mane used in everything from helm crests to hairbrushes, primarily by those people lucky enough never to have met with the Minotaur. Thanks, that's great. Used in crafting somehow?
The locals will sleep easier without him at their gate.
Yeah, I reckon so. Good job, Torgal. In the end, we did it. Let's go back now and see just how much all of this has cost me. Because that was not a free trip into the wilderness. We used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 potions. We used 8 potions throughout the course of this entire endeavor. You know what? We might get some as rewards. I don't remember what our rewards are going to be. So let's actually go ahead and turn everything in. So, hi there, Hortense, keeper of the store.
Clive, sorry again for sending you all that way. But you did get my order, didn't you?
I did indeed.
Don't worry. I have it. I believe this will more than satisfy your needs.
Watch it be the wrong colors.
Let's see here. 1 bolt of red, 1 bolt of blue. What's this? I don't recall ordering any silk or velvet or... Is this gold work? Krieger's ghost. If that devilet of a draper expects me to pay for these...
You needn't worry on that score, Hortense. They were a gift. For services rendered. I can always return them if you like.
Oh, no. Oh, there's no need to be hasty now, Clive. I'm sure I can put all 3 to good use. Speaking of which one's most to your liking?
I don't know.
Ooh. I mean, we do wear a lot of red. I don't know. Velvet, silk, or linen? I'm gonna say the continental silk.
This one, I suppose.
I've a mind to give a piece to Jill. Did you know she's quite the little seamstress?
I know needlecraft was amongst her lessons at the castle.
Her lessons? Oh, that's right. The 2 of you were raised together in Rosalith, weren't you?
Not quite together, but when my father put down the uprising in the Northern Territories, Jill was taken as a ward to ensure that her father, the Silvermane, would keep the peace.
That's what we theorized.
She's an honest-to-goodness princess then, isn't she? I could tell, you know. Some people just have that air about them. Not many round here, mind. I'd offered to sew her something that might better suit her station. But she'd most likely turn me down, as she always does. Tell me not to waste the fabric when it's better used on the children.
Don't take it the wrong way. She certainly seems to be attached to the last outfit you made her.
Oh, sometimes I think she never takes it off.
Is that...
Or perhaps she'll make something for herself with your gift.
Is that an inside joke
Either
about
way,
how she wears the same clothes
sure
every
she
day?
won't turn it down.
For the last 5
We'll
years?
see, I suppose.
Even we got a clothing upgrade, you know, when we went to go visit an old friend in a previous installment. But yeah, Jill's been wearing the same thing for like over 5 years now. Is that just like a funny reference? Because that's how it reads, and I love it. I don't believe we got any potions out of that. Okay, we're going to head down here now, though, to drop off the root of the problem. We're going to deliver the Morgan beards to Nigel in the hideaway. And we'll take care of that post-haste. We still don't know what that door back there is or where it leads, I don't think. Unless we did actually open it and go inside. Hey, just by the by, we can all agree that this is definitely an alien spacecraft, correct? Or at the very least, maybe a human spacecraft. Some type of spacecraft this here is. I think we're all pretty sure on that. I could be wrong, but it has that sort of a vibe to it. I mean, look at this. This is like spacecraft door territory for sure. Hi there, you.
It is rare that we see you so often in the backyard, Sid. What brings you to the gardens?
Morgan beard, obviously.
I found your flowers.
Yes, wonderful. These are almost identical to the plates in my tome. Did you have any trouble locating them?
Not particularly,
Finding them
no.
was the easy part, but it's odd. They remind me of my childhood somehow. I don't remember these flowers specifically, but we must have grown them in the castle garden. If the petals are meant to improve the effectiveness of medicines, it's possible that the court physicers grew them for the tinctures and treatments they made my brother.
If the ducal healers were convinced of their properties, that is all the more reason to begin growing our own supply here. Oh, allow me to use some of the flowers you brought me to make something that might aid you on your travels. I need only a moment to extract the essence from the petals. And here we are. A phial of pure Morganbeard extract. A single drop added to any one of your restoratives will increase its potency. At least I hope it will.
Quest completed. The root of the problem. Lovely. We got some extract. So adding but a drop of this concentrated extract to any curative or performance-enhancing potion will increase its potency, or so insists Nigel. Necessary for increasing consumable potency. So is that like universal? Is every potion we have now going to cure us a little bit more, or do I have to actually add it to potions? Consumable potency enhanced. Well, you know, sometimes we ask questions and they're just immediately answered by text on the screen. I guess it's universal. Every potion we have now is going to be more effective. You have obtained a phial of Morganbeard extract, hereby increasing the potency of most consumables. Both potions and high potions now restore more HP, while strength, stone skin, and lionheart tonics last longer. Cool. So that's just universal. That's going to be handy. Kind of wish I'd done that before I went and fought all those monsters. Then we might not have burned through all of our potions. But at least now they're more effective, and we've got that going for us going forward. We also have way more health than we did at the start of the game. So the amount of healing being done by the potions was not really keeping up. And we already had a buff. We have an item on our person that buffs them. So, oh, wait a minute, hold on. We have Electrum now. I just now remember we have Electrum. Use the Forge. How much did we get? Did we only get the one? So if I wanted to make, let's say, this incredible belt, yeah, we've only got one Electrum. So it's either we build that. Oh, see, this didn't need Electrum. This needed gelatinous mass. I remember now. Well, tell you what, that's a pretty substantial upgrade. That's 9 more HP. That's not much. But then 26 more defense. Build that now and equip it absolutely. Are you kidding me? Can we reinforce it any? It does not appear as though any reinforcements can be crafted for it. That is okay. Thank you so much. Now we'll top off on our potions.
And what can I do for you?
I didn't pay attention to how much gold we made from like selling or completing all of those quests. But I will tell you right now, it's going to cost 800.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
Plus 1,200, so we're at 2,000.
You're rubbing me blind, you know.
What was that? Was that 1,200? So 3,200
Finished,
just to
are ya?
complete those 2 quests and those 2 monsters. That's how costly that expedition was. Goodness. I mean, we could start selling stuff. If we're desperate for cash, I mean, I really don't want to get rid of anything because I don't want to eat into our supplies. But we do have quite a few supplies. I'm not sure if the game would allow me to, but we might start selling off if it's absolutely necessary. Some of our copious supply of, where are they? There we are, Sharp Fangs, of which we now have 1,179, of which we need 9,999 to complete our collection of Sharp Fangs, which means I really need to start pouring more time into collecting Sharp Fangs. Like, I'm talking about going out, hunting monsters during our downtime, between streams, just collecting as many Sharp Fangs as necessary. Now, interesting, both of these have a little golden icon above their head, which I think means that they have new information. Do you have actually? Yeah, so that'll give us the Cleric's Medallion.
All yours.
Thank you.
Come again.
I
May have
will.
more for ya.
What exactly does the Cleric's Medallion do? Do we want to go ahead and have a look at that too? We might want to swap out. So this temporarily increases attack proficiency with each precision dodge. That's great. Health, reduce flames of rebirth. So if we were going to swap one out, it would be this. So this increases healing potency by 40%. Well, in that case, we'll go ahead and swap that out for this one. There we go, Cleric's Medallion. And, or, I'm confused. Wait a minute. Can those stack? If I swapped out the Breath of Fire, it would mean that Flames of Rebirth would take 12 extra seconds. But considering how long it takes, is 12 extra seconds really all that much? But if we go ahead and we put back on this one, if I can find it, would those actually stack? Or would the game not allow me to add it back on and have them both? You know what? It's fine. It's fine. It's okay. We don't need them both. I'll just be better at the game.
Here for another of my lectures?
I guess, because the
What
game
is it
seems
that
to
you wish to
imply that maybe the grand cast, a comprehensive grid of important figures, overview of current...
Here you are.
Okay, the situation map. Here you can view detailed overview of current and past events relevant to Clive's story, and updates as your progress through the main scenarios. Use L1 and R1 to cycle through pivotal milestones in Clive's adventures. Okay, like we can go all the way back? Oh my gosh, we can go all the way back. To the beginning. Right? So this is where we are right now? It looks like this is the beginning. To Phoenix Gate via Stillwind. While his father and brother ride directly to Phoenix Gate, it falls to oh my gosh, can this like play through in any kind of way? Is there any way to like... No? Can we not? I guess not. That's unfortunate. I wish it would play like a little video. So what happens here? Taken captive by the Empire, Clive does all in his power to save his brother and father from the Imperial infiltrators, but alas, it is not enough. The Phoenix awakens and runs rampant, and in the ensuing maelstrom, Clive breaks out. Yeah, okay, this is just the story. Cool, if we ever forget the series of events, we can check it here. That's very cool.
Here's the latest information I have.
Here you can view a detailed visualization of character relationships in Final Fantasy XVI that updates as you progress through the main scenario. Use L1 and R1 to cycle through pivotal milestones in his adventure. Interesting. Yes, these two are married. That was at the Rosario. Okay, yeah, no, we need to continue on a little bit. Oh, yeah, all right. See, things get weird here. There's a lot of characters. There's a lot to keep track of. We got Martha of Martha's Rest. We got Isabel of Isabel's Rest. We got Quentin of Quentin's Rest. We have Victor of Quentin's Rest. We've got a lot of characters to keep track of on this screen. I don't really need to see any... Oh, here we go. He's hunting me? Is that right? Okay. We're traveling companion? Best friends! I beg your pardon? The game's official character relationship chart says we're best friends with Torgal of Fine Hound and traveling companions with Jill. Oh my. Oh, and she apparently helps Marley, apparently. But, like, no. Okay. All right. That's fair. That's
ends
fine.
Today's lesson.
Yeah, indeed it does. Okay, let's go figure out what the main story has in store for us. That is savage.
I've done what I can, but the rest is up to you. You need to start taking better care of yourself. Understood. And thank you.
Should we be here right now? Is this maybe something we've seen before?
The curse has spread. Make sure she rests.
Hey, so anyway, I was wondering if you want to go on another adventure with me.
If it hurts, you can tell me, you know. I'll understand.
I can bear it.
That's funny because people with the curse are called bearers.
But you shouldn't have to. Not anymore.
This isn't just your struggle, Clive. It's ours. And when we see how hard you fight, it inspires us to do the same. Or would you rather we left you to save the world all on your own?
No. That's not... Ignore me.
Who's gonna ruin it? Who's gonna ruin it?
Clive, where are
Gav! Whoa, over there! After all this time, it was about to happen!
What's wrong?
Rosaria's under attack.
Who cares? Is this the moment where we regain Rosaria?
This isn't the Dalmekian army we're talking about. It's the men of the Rock from Drake's Fang. Hugo Kupka's private guard. There is in hell in Rosalith, trying to batter down the castle gates.
Looking for me.
Seems that way.
Wait a
Old
minute.
Hugo has finally worked out who Sid really is.
Then this is just another trap.
Does that
It's a
mean
trap, all right. The daddy of all fucking traps.
that the crystal in the south is unguarded?
I'm going to Rosalith.
No, wait! I've got a better idea.
That's exactly what he wants you to do, Clive.
Yeah, Clive.
Look, I don't know why Kupka harbors such a grudge against Sid. But as long as it's left to fester, our world will never know peace. He has dragged the rest of Storm into this pointless war just to find me. Besides which, I am not about to stand and watch while my home gets ground into the dirt.
But hear me out.
Kupka must die.
I've lost enough friends to that man already. I don't want to lose any more. So let's go and kill the bastard.
See, it sounds like a good idea, but...
I'm coming too. After all, we're in this together.
Why?
All right.
Not everyone needs to do this. Not everyone needs to go. This is unnecessary.
Speak to Otto before leaving. We need to know what we're getting ourselves into.
Why don't we just go get the crystal and let Jill stay here and rest because she's about to turn into stone. I'm very frustrated with this entire cast of characters, but I suppose we will go check in with Otto and see what he has to say about the whole situation.
Said she'd give us our dresses soon.
Oh, good for you, raggedy elder sister. That's her actual name.
We must be ready to leave for Rosalith at a moment's notice.
Gov gave you the news then?
We're leaving for Rosalith. But not before I know exactly what's going on. What have we heard?
All sorts. Nobody was expecting the Dalmeks to open up a new front against the Empire, least of all our friends in the provinces. Reports have been rolling in from all over the place, with no two saying the same thing. I've been passing them on to Vivian, in the hope she can make sense of them. If you're set on going, you'll want to talk to her.
Understood.
They're just like shuffling us one to the other. No one has the actual answers we need.
Ah, if it isn't my favorite pupil. Let's see now. Where did we leave? Well, this is a surprise. My lectures are rarely so well attended.
You know what they say? A little knowledge, can't hurt?
We're going to Rosalith to deal with Kupka. What's the situation there?
Whoa there, Lord Rossfield. I'm sure you're champing at the bit to return to your roost. But to fully understand the present situation, one must first understand how it came to be.
That's why we're here.
Let us begin with the story of Hugo Kupka,
Or the permanent economic advisor to the Dalmekian government, to give him his formal title. In a republic founded on commerce, there could hardly be a more influential position. It has granted him both extraordinary wealth and extraordinary power. Not that he ever wanted for the latter. Being Titan's dominant, he is also Dalmekia's last line of defense, a fact he has used to his considerable advantage. Why, he was even able to pry Drake's Fang, one of the pillars of the Republic, from Parliament's grip.
Okay, and it's undefended, right?
The loyalty of the Fang's protectors. Today they are his faithful creatures, a private army in all but name. The self-same army that marches upon Rosarian soil as we speak. By which I mean Imperial soil, not that you need reminding of the fact. Suffice it to say, the Empire's attentions are elsewhere at present, deadlocked as it is with Dalmekia over its occupation of the Crystalline Dominion, where its legions are now gathered. Scarcely a handful of garrisons remain to secure its western provinces, and half of them left after the fall of Drake's breath. With the threat of the Ironblood thus diminished, they had little cause to fear a maritime invasion. And so today, only a token force guards the former duchy's shores, as Kupka was quick to descry. He landed his troops on the Rosarian coast without encountering so much as a single ship. All for you, Clive. He wants your head.
Yes.
And so he and his men advance upon Rosalith, not to capture the province, but to draw you out.
And what if instead we went and we took out Drake's Fang or whatever it is?
You said Kupka's forces sailed up the coast. What of Port Isolde then? Is the city safe?
Quite, according to the Guardians of the Flame. The Dalmekian fleet floated by without incident, but not without remark. When they learned Kupka's forces were making for Rosalith, our friends were quick to begin arranging the exodus of her citizens. And so the stage will soon be set for your heroic homecoming.
But what if we
Alas,
didn't?
It will be a more trying task to enter the capital than it was to leave it. Hugo's men hold Buett Bridge, despite the Imperials' repeated attempts to wrest it back from their grasp. And they were careful not to repeat the Empire's mistake in neglecting their coastal defenses. The seas around Rosalith are firmly under Dalmekian control. So tell me, pupil mine, what do you believe to be the best route to Rosalith?
The north. We cross the northern border near Phoenix Gate, then take the road through Stillwind down to the capital. Hardly the quickest route, but at least we won't be spotted.
A little local knowledge goes a long way, and so must you.
We'd best get a move on then.
Oh, will you be going too?
Aye. I've been waiting a long time to give that fucker a taste of his own medicine. I would have missed this for the world.
All right. We should be on our way.
Lead on.
But what about the crystals? Isn't that our primary objective throughout all of this? Oh, heavens. Alright. Well, I guess we'll do that next time. Till then, thank you folks for watching. God bless you. I'll see you later. Bye.